Jake Paul has finally broken his silence following the Anthony Joshua fight, and the boxing world hasn't stopped buzzing since. After months of hype, trash talk, and one of the most unbelievable matchups the sport has ever witnessed, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua actually became a reality. The fallout has been just as wild as the build-up itself. Jake Paul's first reaction wasn't filled with excuses. It wasn't denial, and it definitely wasn't silence.
You know, like you would assume that wealth would take away your drive for
but
competition.
It hasn't, yeah.
He's also nuts, right? Just the fact that he's willing to fight the two-time heavyweight champion, former Olympic gold medalist,
Yeah.
a guy who's gigantic in his pride, built like a Greek god.
Yeah.
And you're going to stand, and he's a one-punch killer. And you're going to stand in front of that guy. And he avoided shots till the 6th round. He just started getting tired.
Yeah, his movement in that fight was crazy.
It was very good.
Yeah.
It was very good.
He was really keeping him moving around the whole ring. And then
you can't afford to get tired.
You can't get
That's
tired.
the thing is, like, he gets tired in a lot of his fights in the later rounds. You should really sort that out. Because if he had a much bigger gas tank, like if he was training with like some of these elite world-class strength and conditioning coaches and just worked on his cardio, he'd be beating way more guys.
You think so?
Yeah. 100%. But it's like what he's doing is learning how to box, and he's boxing and he's training hard for sure. But to get that world-class gas tank, you need like a Sam Calavita, you need like a Nick Curson, you need like these plyometrics experts that are got heart rate monitors on you, and they're checking when your recovery is ready and go.
Yeah.
And you're fucking yeah. You need guys monitoring your recovery, monitoring your heart rate variability, your VO2 max.
I couldn't believe it.
I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is doing that. But whatever it is, it's not.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
And
His teeth look a bit removed as well.
yeah, his teeth have come out of place. But credit to him, he done well. But I told him what was going to happen. But it just took 6 rounds to do that.
People will criticise you for going 6 rounds with Jake Paul. How do you feel about that?
I deserve it.
Why? Come on.
Because
The balls ever to step in a boxing ring in their life. He stepped in a boxing ring with one of the baddest men on the planet, who's 40 pounds heavier than him and 6 inches taller. That's insane. He's one of the most skilled fighters on the planet. My brother, as a fucking YouTuber, went 6 rounds with him in a fight with a broken jaw and rolled ankle. I'm so proud of him. That was just unbelievable.
I saw you talking crap to AJ at one
Bro, I
point.
was trying to get his head. I think I pissed him off. I was just saying, fuck that shit. I love AJ. But bro,
I saw you going down the fight game.
I was talking stuff. But I just pissed him off. Then he broke my brother's jaw. Fuck this guy.
Broke his jaw, huh?
He split his jaw. You know? He don't care though. Jake's having a fucking blast.
Yeah. We'll see him back again for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, Logan. Appreciate you, brother.
Instead, his comments ignited an even bigger debate about what the fight truly represented. Paul admitted that stepping into the ring with a former heavyweight champion was a harsh reality check, but he was also clear that he doesn't view the fight as a failure. In his mind, lasting rounds against someone like Anthony Joshua is proof that he belongs in the boxing conversation, whether people agree or not, and that belief alone has sharply divided fans. Joe Rogan weighed in almost instantly, framing the fight in a way only he could. Rogan emphasized that no matter how you feel about Jake Paul, most influencers would never even attempt something like this. Facing a man with Anthony Joshua's power isn't a gimmick, isn't a joke, and certainly isn't safe. One clean shot from Joshua can change anyone's life, and Paul knowingly accepted that risk. From Rogan's point of view, the discussion shouldn't be limited to whether Jake Paul won or lost, but should focus on what this moment means for modern boxing. Influencers stepping into elite competition, traditional fighters guarding their legacy, and fans trying to decide whether this signals the future of the sport or its downfall.
Are any of these fights prearranged? Are they fixed at all? Is there any discussion about, hey, you take an L, you're going to go down here? Because everybody says, oh, you held fucking Mayweather up. Mayweather held your brother up.
It's bullshit. I don't know about anything else in the fight. I'm talking about my fights. I can't speak to anyone else's fights. But also, highly illegal. Like, you go to prison for the rest of your life type shit.
Well, with the Ben Askren fight, I actually believed you would have beaten Ben Askren. I just, like, he didn't look in shape or at all. But I feel like, in my opinion, it was kind of fixed on how early you knocked him out. Like, I don't know. That's just
People think the Mike Tyson fight's rigged, and you think Anderson Silva's gonna lose. You think
No.
Woodley's gonna take a fall. You guys, you know these guys.
Yeah, no, I didn't think Anderson would take a fall, but
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I hate that you knocking out MMA fighters.
And I understand that, but just say that. You don't gotta say like, oh, bro, he's on steroids and shit. Come on, it's a federal crime. It's illegal. Like,
Hey, he made a good point. He said it is illegal to fix fights. It is. Because people be betting on that shit.
And bro, people think I'm like a multi-billionaire. They think I'm a billionaire and like, oh, he paid somebody $40-50 million to take a fall like that, bro. I don't have that type of money laying around to throw at people.
Hey, I'm sorry to have to ask you this, but I know you probably signed an NDA, but blink twice if that Jake Paul fight was set up.
Blink twice.
I know you probably
I
can't
don't
say
never
that.
blink because I got these liberty eyes. I don't need much air, you know what I mean, to keep them open. A lot of people wonder that, but think about this. If I say, Rampage, I'm gonna pay you $2 million, right? That this dude beat you, what you gonna do? You gonna feel disrespected, number one.
Yeah.
Right? That ain't enough money.
Yeah.
But I got paid in the Jake fights. For me to do that, I gotta be willing to walk away for good, and they gotta set me up for a while, at least not for life, but something like 20-something million where I can invest it and fall off in the shade, because that's what you would have to do. Would I do something like that? You would have to know me to know I'm too solid of a guy to even have somebody walk to me and ask me.
Yeah.
What happened to me is what was gonna happen to him had he dropped those hands. Before we fought, I said, hey, you can knock me out and I can knock you out, and I'm gonna try to fuck you.
Anthony Joshua, on the other hand, emerged from the fight looking calm, composed, and surgical. His response was controlled and professional. No gloating, no disrespect, just a subtle reminder that there are levels to this sport. Many analysts praise Joshua for not chasing a viral knockout and instead relying on fundamentals, managing distance, timing his shots, and showing exactly why he remains one of the most dangerous heavyweights in the world. But the real chaos erupted within the boxing community itself. Some fans argued that Jake Paul earned respect simply for stepping into the ring. Others felt he overreached, claiming the fight exposed the limits of his ability. Critics questioned the matchmaking, while supporters insisted the bout was always about gaining experience, not securing a win. Then came the conspiracy theories, the slow-motion replays, punch-by-punch breakdowns, and non-stop debates over whether Paul was hurt more than he admitted. One thing was undeniable. No one moved on from this fight quietly.
I mean, anyone who questioned whether or not you had a chin, I think the answer to that question was proven last night. Bro, you can take a shot. Anthony Joshua hits you with probably his hardest shot that we've seen drop every other single fighter that he's fought.
Yeah.
And he hit you in the face, and not only did you not get knocked out, you dropped and said, wow.
I was like, wow, that was nice. I was on the ground. I was like, that was a good shot.
Dude. Did he surprise you with his power? Like,
no, to be honest, no. But I mean, he surprised my jaw. Literally
off your
snapped,
face,
bro. It's literally snapped,
dude. When
completely snapped.
After the fight, you were like, I think like one of my teeth is, and you open your mouth, and I was the first to see it. I went, oh, you broke
your jaw,
dude. On both sides too.
No, I really take my hat off. So I mean, we have to see if it is a broken jaw. Those injuries are very difficult to come back from. But as AJ said, like that last shot would have knocked out a lot of heavyweights. And I know he went down heavy, but you know, he was conscious on the floor. And I thought his game plan, although obviously very negative early on, which it had to be, was smart at times. And there were times where he held his feet and let his hands go. You know, it was a very one-sided fight. It was always going to be a one-sided fight, but you can't give him anything but credit and respect. There's a lot of negative people out there. There's a lot of people who want to criticize people. They're not doing what Jake Paul's done. He just went in with Anthony Joshua and gave it his best shot. Took a lot of punishment and ended the fight eventually on his feet after the stoppage. So, you know, I think he'll have to see physically how that jaw. I don't know the severity of it. It's a very difficult injury to come back from. But he showed he's got ability, and that's what we said. You know, he's dedicated to the game.
What comes next for Jake Paul remains uncertain. The road ahead is complicated. This fight didn't end his boxing ambitions, but it did reshape them. Conversations have already started about recovery, smarter matchmaking, and choosing bouts that build momentum rather than rely on shock value. Paul has suggested that this loss, or setback, depending on how it's viewed, has only motivated him further. He believes he has learned, evolved, and is far from done in his pursuit of legitimacy. For Anthony Joshua, The bout was about staying active, sharp, and relevant. With major heavyweight matchups still on the horizon, the fight served as a reminder that when Joshua opens up and lets his hands go, very few people on the planet can stand in front of him, and that reputation isn't fading anytime soon. This wasn't just a boxing match. It was a collision of worlds, a clash of egos, a gamble on legacy, and a moment that forced fans to face an uncomfortable reality. Combat sports are changing, whether we like it or not. The real question now isn't whether Jake Paul should fight again.